I wanted to draw this trend traditionally. It is the starter pack trend that's been going around on Facebook and TikTok. I did one on my iPad with Procreate already, but I really wanted to just go and use a pencil and paper. So if you've seen this trend and you wanted to give it a shot, grab your pencil and paper or iPad, whatever you like, and we can draw it together. So to start off, I drew a big rectangle and a smaller rectangle inside of it. I put my nickname up at top with some cute hearts, and inside the smaller rectangle, I'm just starting off by drawing myself. I tend to like cute dresses and sweaters, so that's the vibe I go with. I never really know how to position my hands when I'm drawing them, so you can see me kind of hesitating. But one thing I really like to do is to start off with the hand and the palm first, and then connect it to the elbow and the shoulder. I'm gonna leave that in. Enjoy my failure to speak. The peace hand sign is kind of overplayed, but it's cute, so I'm going to use it. I did draw clothes that I actually own because I am not original, so I just took from my memory banks. Just like in my last starter pack, I drew my knee tattoos. One is 3 strawberries and the other is a fairy ring. And then I drew my earrings, which I always have a bunch of different ones, but they're generally mismatched because I cannot keep track of them, period. I am constantly losing my earrings. I generally have my hair up in a messy bun, but for this I wanted to do it when I had my hair in these cute little puff braids, and I start adding my accessories like my tote bag that I carry around. Inside my tote bag I generally have a pencil and some markers, and I usually have a Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper. And since having my kid, I tend to take iron supplements as well as a lot of Tylenol, so I added that. And my daughter always needs some sort of hair clip, so generally that's what you'll find in my pockets. And I thought it would be cute to add a little battery symbol that says powered by naps and cuddles, because that is my favorite thing to do, is take a nap and cuddle with my babies. And I've actually been changing my name a lot on YouTube because I haven't quite figured out what I want it to be. But it started off as Para Draws, and then I noticed that there's another creator on here by Paraco, so I wanted to change it. And then I went to Birdie Sketches because my husband's nickname for me is Birdie. But then I noticed there's another creator by the name of Birdie Draws, maybe, or something Birdie. And I was like, oh dang, I should change that. And so now I've just got Ree up there because my little sister, when we were really little, she couldn't say my name. She just called me Riri, and now she calls me Ree every now and then. So I figured I would put that on it because it's cute. And yeah. So we'll see if that sticks. But I'm taking these little felt tip pens. They're actually my husband's and I stole them, but don't tell him. And I'm doing the outlines. Sadly, they don't work very well for this because of the alcohol base in the CaliArt markers. It does cause a bit of bleeding, as you will see in the future. But we live and learn. And it really isn't even that bad, to be honest. So right now I'm just working on the outlines. And I'm just trying to choose colors that are going to be similar to what I want to color them. Then I go in and erase most of the pencil. I did leave some because I thought I might need the guideline. And I kind of wish I didn't because it does smudge when I go over it with the alcohol marker. And you can partially see my hand tattoo, which I just realized I didn't put in the drawing this time. It's actually an owl, and my husband has the same one on his arm. We have matching tattoos, and you can see my finger tattoos, which I am not very proud of, but it is what it is. That's what happens when you try to tattoo on your hand, and you have no idea what you're doing. And yep, just going through and erasing up stuff. I think it looks super cute. I like the cartoony style. Oh, and I was taking some inspiration on Pinterest, and I was watching Creepcast while I drew, while I drew and colored actually. Here you can start to see some of the smudging, and I thought about going back and erasing it before I got too far, but I was really timid about it because I didn't want to lose those lines. But next time, I'm definitely going to erase that. So I really do love these alcohol markers. I forgot how much I like them, but they just work so well, and they're great because it makes everything look unified and cartoonish, I guess the word would be. But I'm just laying down a base layer for the box here. Oh yeah, it's so bad. Look at that. Look at that smudging. This is when I really regretted it. then I'm working on my skin here, and I didn't do too much with it. I think I went pretty flat colors for everything. I do end up adding a little bit of blush and a little bit of shadow underneath my chin. One thing I will say is I really do need to get some better paper, but for now, this works. And you don't have to be perfect with it, so heck yeah. Just going through and coloring all the little hearts in. I end up choosing a different pink because I didn't want it to all be the same. You can kind of tell the difference, but I really like this pink. Well, I like both of the pinks, to be honest. They're pretty cute. And here I'm just darkening up the legs, kind of like I'm wearing tights. But I wanted to put that first base layer down so it would warm that gray up. And here I'm working on the hair, which is pretty tiny, so it was kind of hard. Oh man, you can really see how much that bleeds on this paper. It's crazy. It looks better from farther away, actually. Yeah, here I'm just adding some shadow, giving the drawing a little bit of dimension. And then I add some purple, which I thought was super cute. I like the way I did the leg warmers. And then here's the dress. So I don't hate the dress, but I wish I had maybe chosen a different color for the dots, because I actually thought that the blue was going to be a lot lighter than it was, but that's okay. I think it came out all right. And then I'm just quickly coloring in my accessories, because they're really not too detailed, so they were pretty simple to color. And that's one thing that makes this sketchbook really hard to use as well, is not only is the paper really porous, so it bleeds a lot, but it's really barely bigger than the size of my hand, so everything has to be pretty tiny in it. I actually didn't realize the sketchbook was so small when I bought it, and so when I got it, I was like, wow. I need to make sure to look at the sizes of stuff that I order. Next time, bigger book. And then I'm just going through and adding some little details by taking inspiration from that drawing I showed earlier. I think this type of stuff really helps make the drawing look more finished. And since I added some blues, I wanted to color this little splotch to kind of match it and tie it in. And then I add a little bit more detail with the blush, which I do kind of tend to be blush blind. My daughter pointed that out to me a while ago, so I try not to put as much on now. this is nearly done. I do just go through and do some outlining. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And how do you like these more long form videos? I have been doing some shorts that seem to be doing really well. Any comments or ideas or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment, because I love to hear, and I'm striving to do better here. So yeah, I'll leave the last bit to just some nice music. Thanks for watching.